use a formula to get those ones?
Yes, I use the formula. The formula is the sum formula. Can you see it here? This is the sum formula that I used. So I used it here for the first one. So since all the three have got the same calculation, so you can just copy and paste. You got it right, Giva? You know, when you're working.
I don't get it.
Okay. Do you understand how we arrive at the formula on that on 31?
Yeah, the first total there. I
You
understood that one, but the total on the unit, yeah.
Here, okay.
I don't understand those ones.
Okay, it's the same formula that we use.
I mean these ones.
No, Mr. Formana.
Oh, you mean these ones?
Exactly, talking about the individual totals.
Oh, okay,
Yes.
good. Okay, fine. I get you now. What we do is to get the total materials in square meters for each of the product, we need to take the unit, okay? The unit meter square multiplied by the total units. Can you see the total units are here? For X, for Y, and for Z. Can you see them, Nima?
Okay, yes.
You got it now?
Yes, okay. I'm seeing.
So that's what we use to multiply.
Okay.
Okay, excellent.
Okay, I understand that. Thank you.
Good. So we've got our cost driver. We got our cost driver calculations, our total cost driver for each of them. So let's highlight this because we're going to make use of them when we are calculating our cost driver rates. Okay, so the 31, 18,100, and 19,400. We're going to use them for our calculations. Okay, so now we're going to go to our bit that will calculate our cost driver rate, which, like I said, is very similar to our OAR. So let's calculate our cost driver rate. So I'm going to, I already have cost driver here. So I'm going to use part of this cell. I'm showing you another trick. Please watch out. Okay, please watch out. This is all about saving time. Okay, I already have cost driver here. What I need to type here is cost driver rate, isn't it? So I'm going to use the cost driver here, paste it here, and then what I'll do is I'll only type rate. Okay, so if you're going to copy part of the cell, if you're going to copy part of the content of the cell, you cannot come here and say copy. If I come here and say copy, and then I paste it here, it's going to paste the whole content of the cell. And that's not what I want. What I want is just the cost driver there, the cost driver in the cell. That's what I want to copy, not the calculations. Okay? So what you do is you click on where you want to copy. So once you click on it, the text will appear on the formula bar. So you click inside the formula bar, highlight what you want to copy. Assuming I want to copy this, and I can highlight that. Assuming I want to copy only the driver, I can just highlight that like that. Okay, so that's what you do. So you highlight the content of the cell, and then you right click and say copy. So when you come here, you don't just come directly and say paste, but you click on it and then you go inside the formula bar and you right click and say paste. So once you say paste, you see cost driver has been done for you. So you just need to type rate. Is that clear, everyone?
Can you go back, please, Mr.
Yeah.
See, I'm showing you all the tricks that I usually charge money for. Huh? So, right. So, you know, like I said, this whole work, you know, if you go to work, it's all about working smart. You don't have to work too hard. You know, there are a lot of workers, there are a lot of people who work very hard, but they don't work smart. As such, it costs them a lot. It costs them their time. It costs them their, you know, family's valuable time. That's why when you go home to the homes, where is your husband? Oh, my husband. Mom, do they tell you? You know, what does he do at the office? I say, oh, yeah, that guy is an accountant, big accountant. You know, accountants, they don't close early. That's not the case. If you are an efficient accountant who knows your stuff, who knows your tools, you don't have to stay late every day in the office. There will be certain instances when you have some reporting obligations to meet, then you stay late. Okay? But most of the time, it's because we don't have efficient ways of doing our work. So the main problem for us as accountants is we lack the knowledge of spreadsheets. That's it, because most of the work we do is on spreadsheets. Okay, so I'm trying to show you the tricks that you can use, that you can apply in your life when you're dealing with situations like this or at work. You know, this one may be few, but assuming that the text is longer than this, if you copy and then paste it in here, it's going to save you some time, even if it's going to be a few seconds. Okay, so what I'm trying to show you is what I'm supposed to type here is cost driver rate. Okay, I can go and type cost driver rate. But why should I type cost driver rate fully when I already have cost driver here? So I'll go inside this text and select what I want, which is cost driver, paste it in here, and then I type my rate. That's faster. Okay, so to do that, you click on the cell. Okay, like I showed you, if I come here and copy and say copy this, and I come and paste here, what do you see? Everything will be pasted. Because what have you asked? You've asked to copy the content of the cell, and it has copied and pasted the content of the cell for you. But if you want part of the cell, okay, part of the content of the cell, you go inside. So you click, okay, on the cell, and then you come on your formula bar, and then click where you want to copy. So you highlight it, like I've done now. You right click and say copy, and then you go to your destination where you're supposed to do the pasting. So once you click there, you don't also come right click and say paste. No. So once you click there, you go inside here, click once and right click and say paste. So once you say paste, now it's on edit mode. You can press your space bar once and then type rate. Is it clear now? Is it clear now? Yeah. So what I'm trying to show you is to copy and paste part of a cell. That's exactly what I've showed you. To copy and paste part of a cell. We all know how to copy and paste the content of the full cell. We all know that. It's simple. You go in the cell and then paste. But there will be some situations when you will need the text on part of the cell. Assuming this is a big paragraph, you want, let's say, 20 words in there. You can easily copy those 20 words and then add what you want to add there. Will that not save you time? If you have to type 20 words, I'm sure at least it's going to take you a minute or two. And that has been saved. Jawara, is that clear?
Yes, sir, that's clear. That's clear. Yeah, I'm getting you. That's very clear. Good. But what I don't understand is like when you have to paste it, do you have to click up there or inside where number 4 is?
You click on where you want to paste it. After clicking it on there, then you go to the formula bar and you right click inside the formula bar and you paste it.
Okay, I get that.
You got it. Okay, fine. Good. So let's calculate our cost driver rate. So our cost driver rate is going to be for the following. Do we have them timed? No, we have not got them timed. Unfortunately, we have to type it. I hate typing, you know? So the cost driver rates for the following activities. What are the activities? What are the activities? Unfortunately, we have to type them because we've not got them typed before. So the activities are material receipts. We just make it sorting. Material receipts is the first one. Let's type all of them. And then the second one is power cost. So let's just sort in it to power. And then the last one is material handling. MATERIAL. Material handling.
Hello, Mr. Hovana.
Yes, sir.
What did the question say about the number of badges concerning in relation to the number of units on top?
Sorry, can you repeat that? I didn't get that.
I said the number of badges 10, 5, and 6.
The number of badges.
Yes.
Your mic is echoing. I think you must have been on twice. Can you switch off one of them, Osman? You are on twice, or someone who is attending the class is close to you.
Yes, I'm using the desktop. So
when we are talking, just mute one of them. Okay. So, oh, sorry. Can you repeat your question again, Usman? Usman, what was your question? Oh, he's out. Did anyone understand what he was? He was talking about number of badges. The number of badges is 31, but the difference between the number of badges, look at it, we did not multiply it by any unit here. So the number of badges are in their total form, but once we start to apply them, then we'll convert them to unit. Okay, I don't know whether that was your question. Okay?
Yes, yes.
Okay, we'll convert them. So if you look at these ones already are in their unit form. So once we divide it, sorry about that. Okay, so once we divide it, we don't need to turn them into their units, but for the number of badges, we're going to turn them into units. Okay, so let's just look at this for now, and we see how it's going to work. So let's calculate the cost driver rates for the 3 activities. Okay, because these are the ones that have got cost. Okay, so the first one, what's the overhead? What's the total overhead for the first one?
15,600.
15,600. Second one?
19,500.
19,500.
13,650.
13,650. Okay. So these are the overheads, so we can find the total. And the total will be, we can use an Autosum. So if you can use equal sum function, but alternatively you can use Autosum. It's faster. I'll show you how to use Autosum. So just click on where you want the sum to, where you want your additions to be. Click on it, and then you click the sigma sign. Okay, click the sigma sign, and then select sum. So once you select sum, look at it automatically. The bracket will open for you, the bracket will close for you. Now what you do is you have to highlight the area you want to sum. Okay, so we just click on here, and then here we enter. This is faster, isn't it? Okay, this is faster. So now we're going to calculate our cost driver rate for these overheads. So for material receipts, we have total overheads of 15,600, and the total cost driver is 31. For power cost, we have total overhead of 19,500, and the total cost driver rate is 18,100.
Hello,
For
Mr.
material handling, we have total overhead cost of 13,650, and we have total cost driver of 19,400. Is that clear?
Yeah.
Good. So we can put, let me just expand this. Let me just highlight this and insert one. So we'll call this overheads. Okay, overheads. And this will be our total cost driver. Okay, so we have our total cost driver. I'm going to expand this a bit. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I want to link these cost drivers, these ones that I have here. I want to link them here. How do I do it? I want to bring them here, but I don't want to type them, neither do I want to copy and paste, but I want to link them so that tomorrow, in case I made mistake on my calculation, on this calculation, I can just go and reverse the calculations. This will change, and then whatever has been linked also will change. So how do I link them?
Equals to.
Okay, I press equals.
You click on 31.
I click on 31. Excellent.
Enter.
I enter. It's trying to guess what the orders are going to be, but they are not following each other, so I'm not going to accept the guess. Okay, so the same thing, we say equals, we click on the 18,100. So good. We have spreadsheet gurus here, yeah? Good. So my life will become easier for me, inshallah. Okay, and then I click on that one. See? So this is really, really, really good. So watch out. Look at the 31 here. Let's say we made a mistake. Instead of 10, this should have been 20. So please watch out. Look at the total here. It says 31. Look at the total. It says 31. So let's say we made a mistake here. This should have been 20, but instead we typed 10. So let's change it to 20. If you turn it to 20, look at what happened. Immediately this will change, and then this will change as well. Can you see? Can you see?
Yes.
Okay. So this is the benefit of linking. It's very, very, very important in practice. So I just take that off. That has not been changed. So now we're going to find our cost driver rate. So our cost driver rate, I'll copy that also, and then I'll paste it here. Okay, I'll copy and paste. Then what formula should I put here to calculate my cost driver rate?
Yes, equals to.
Okay, equals. You are echoing. Who's this one?
Yes.
You are echoing. Maybe you are connected to two apps at the same time. Can you switch off one of them? Okay, so equals,
C26.
C26, which is the overheads.
15,600.
Okay,
Yeah.
which is the overheads divided by
D26.
D26. Okay, so you all know the sign that you use for division is a slash. Okay, everybody knows that is a slash. So we click on that and then we enter. So once we enter, you see, it's going to suggest an autofill. Do you want to autofill it? Let's say yes, but it's going to autofill up to the last one. The last one does not have anything here. So that's why it's bringing this hashtag error. So we just click on, we just delete that one.
It has a problem.
It has a problem. What problem has it got?
It's not formatted to 2 decimal place.
It doesn't have any problem. It's only the formatting. At the moment, is the diff is
The decimal place.
Is at 1 dp. Okay, so we format it to 2 dp. So we're going to take everything and format them to 2 dp. We highlight this, and then we just click on increase decimals, increase decimals. Excellent. Happy? Okay, so the 503.23 is per badge. Okay, take note of that. PATCH. And the 1.08 is what? What's the cost driver for it? Drill operations, isn't it? So it's per drill operation. Drill ops, I'm gonna shorten it. And then the last one is what? Per meter square. per meter square. Is that clear, everybody? Now we've got our cost driver rates. We make them bold. Okay? So now we have got our cost driver rates. What do we do? What is the next step? We have our cost driver rates. What should we do? What should we do? Class, are you with me? We have calculated our cost driver rate. Like I said to you, our cost driver rate is the equivalent of the FOAR or the OAR. The same formula. Okay, the same formula. We calculated our how to call it, our cost driver totals for each of them, just like we will calculate our activity level. Okay, so when we find the total activity level or our total cost driver, we divide it with our overheads so that we get our cost driver rate. Is that clear, everybody? Hello?
Yeah, it's clear.
Yeah. Clear. Good. Good. So now we've got our cost driver. When we are doing our absorption costing, if we calculate our OARs, what is usually the next step?
We apportion.
Okay, so we calculate our OAR and we apply it. So we absorb it, not to oppose, but to absorb it. Okay, so we calculate our OAR and we absorb. Good. So now we can come to our question. Okay, so this is the first part, which is I. So we come to the second part, which will be our II. Okay, so we're going to use part of this text here. Can someone tell me what to do? We're going to use part of this text, and the text will be unit cost statement using. That's what we're going to use. So part of this text we're going to use, and we're going to copy and paste here, and we can modify it and just add ABC. Can someone tell me what to do using the part copying of ASAR function?
Yes. Equals to.
Equals. Hey, this equals to will land you somewhere. You don't have to do equals to for all of them.
So what did you exactly want to copy?
I want to copy, you know, we have this heading here. We're going to have a similar heading here, but the only difference will be instead of absorption costing, we'll say ABC. So we're going to copy unit cost statement using.
Yes. So now you click the items.
Okay, I click on B4.
Yes, thank you. And then now you go to the bar where and you highlighted it.
The formula bar.
Yeah.
The formula bar.
Thank you.
Okay, so good. So I highlight unit cost up to using.
Okay, now you come to the where you want to copy it.
No, I've not copied. I need to right click inside and copy.
Yes, you copy it, yeah.
I right click inside and say copy.
And copy, yes.
And then I come here. Once I click the destination,
you go up there and click once up there and paste it.
Okay, so I come here, I click on the formula bar, right click and say paste.
Yes.
Okay, and then I'll say ABC.
ABC, yeah.
Right? So, in case I want to use the the how to call it, the formatting that is here. I want to use it. I want to apply it here. What do I do?
Click on the paintbrush.
I use paintbrush. Good, very good. I use paintbrush. So I just click on this. I click on the paintbrush, and then I come and click here. So you see, it has given me the format exactly as it is in here. Excellent. Thank you. So now we're going to calculate our unit cost using ABC. Okay? We all agreed the prime cost calculation is the same for all costing techniques, isn't it? So now what we're going to do is we're going to bring this prime cost here. So please take note of this. In exams, don't bother yourself to calculate this. Don't bother yourself. You'll just be wasting your time. You'll not get any additional mark. So what you should do is you should just come here and say prime cost as per part 1, and then just bring in these numbers, and then you continue. So don't calculate direct material, direct labor again. You can only be rewarded once in life. In exams also is the same concept. If you are rewarded with maths in one part, if you repeat the same thing in another part, you will not get extra. So it's just going to be a waste of time. Is that clear? Right. So I want to bring the headings. That's the X, Y, Z. So the same thing, I'm not going to do any typing, but I'm going to replicate them here. So I just click on here, I say equals, then I click on X, I enter, and then I just replicate. Okay, is that clear, everyone? Shall I move? And then the same thing for the prime cost. The prime cost is the same as above. So I just link it as well. So I just click on the prime cost cell, which is B8, enter, and then I just replicate. Is this difficult? It is not at all. And it makes life very, very easy for you. Tomorrow, let's say you made a mistake, your prime cost was wrong. Let's say the direct material should have been 10, but instead you did 5. So just click, look at the difference once I enter. See, look at it. This changes, everything changes, and this one also changes because it's linked. Okay, so I'm going to undo that. I hope you've seen the benefits of linking. Have you?
Yes, we do.
Okay, good. So please take note of these spreadsheet techniques as we go along. Take note of them. They're going to be very, very useful for you in your life. All right? So prime cost, maybe if you bring prime cost here in exams, maybe you can get maximum half mark, 0.5. Not a full mark, because you already calculated.
Hello?
Hello, yes?
It also has disadvantage there. You are talking of the advantage, and also disadvantages is there, because like if you mistakenly touch somewhere else, you will be confused where the figure was. You will not able to trace it at even you are in an exam. So I don't know how we can able to protect it so that you will not able to change it as we.
No. You know, there are ways of protecting your sheet. If you're talking about, mistakenly touching your screen, that will not be the case. You will be able to protect your sheet. I showed you the last time how to protect worksheets, isn't it? So you come to the tool menu, you have protect sheet. You can protect it in such a way that you can even protect it from your own mistakes. Even if it is for your own, you can set it up in such a way that I'll show you that quickly. Come on. I think I showed you that last time. So I just say protect sheet. Okay, I go to set permissions. Then I also show warning when you are editing. Then I say done. So this time around, after setting this up, let's say my hand mistakenly touched this. I want to enter, look at it. Say heads up. you are trying to edit part of this sheet that shouldn't be changed accidentally. Are you going to easily make mistake, Abdullah? Are you going to easily make mistake? Osman, sorry.
No way.
No, yes, you'll be aware of when you're making any changes.
Exactly. Because this one you have to say, okay, or cancel. Sorry?
I said, where do you learn all these things?
Where do you?
I said, how do you know all these things? You seem to know everything about this.
Subhanallah, because I'm from Jara, that's it. It's all right. Actually, it's going. I just did a lot of research. That's it.
Hello, Fofana.
Yes. Is it fun?
Yes, I was practicing along since last week. So, but when I reach at the prime cost, when I format it to bring the total, the direct material plus the labor, so it brings me a $sign in front of the total. So I want to remove that $sign, but I don't know where to go. So
just click on it. Just click on it. Like if you had done a $sign. You see now, Usman, you are giving me trouble. I have to go back and remove this. I'm going to go back and remove the protection first. So you just go back, and to remove the protection, please take note, everybody. I've protected it. Look at it. If I want to do anything, it will prompt me. Can you see it now? So to remove that, to remove the protection, what I do is I'll go to the same place, Tools, Protect Sheet. So where it says Set Permissions, I just click on it. Okay, it's still asking me. Then if you have protected areas, they will be shown like this with a padlock. So click on it and remove the padlock. And then you delete, remove, and even that is going to ask you whether you still want to do that. Then you say, okay. So now the protection is gone. Now I can do something without it prompting me. Okay, sorry, what was your question?
I was also practicing along. So when I reach at the prime cost, when I format it to bring the total, the direct material plus the...
Oh, you must have formatted it using $sign. You are using Google Sheet or Excel?
No, the Google Sheet.
You're using Google Sheet. Okay. So yeah. What you must have done is this. You must have formatted using, like when you go to format, you said number. You must have formatted it using the accounting format or the currency format. So what you will do now is you just go and use the financial formatting. Okay, choose financial. So once you highlight all. Yes, you have to highlight all. You have to highlight all, and then go to format, number, and then choose financial. That will remove the dollar. Okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
It's okay now. Excellent. So let's move. We've got our prime cost now here. What we need to do is to calculate our overheads. And our overheads are based on activities, just like we've done here. Yeah? So nothing much to worry about. We've got them somewhere, so we'll bring them forward here. So we say overheads. Let's say colon. And since we found them on our working, we just bring them. The overheads are here. So you see, life is going to be a lot easier for you. So we just click on one, enter, and then we click, we replicate. So these are our overheads. We did not click. Is that clear, everyone?
No, sir, I'm a little bit lost from there.
It's very simple. You know, we are supposed to calculate our overheads here, isn't it? And the overheads are 3. We've already calculated them here. We've already did a walk-in for the overheads, isn't it? They are here. These are the 3 from our question. These are the overheads. Now we've got them here. We're supposed to bring them here. So should we type them? Should we type them?
No.
We have not got the energy to do that. And it's going to waste our time. So we bring them. So we link them up. So we say equals. Okay. We click and open the worksheet where it is. And then the first one is on B26. You hit it. You have your first one. And after getting the first one, just copy down the rest. Is that clear?
Yeah, yeah.
It's very clear.
Very clear. Excellent. Excellent. Good. So now let's go and so overheads we have to make reference. Accountants are very good at referencing. Very, very important. Your financial statements, you reference them, isn't it? When you have your income statement and your statement of financial position or your financial statements, you have your your balance sheet. You have your what? You have your notes to accounts. Those notes to accounts are the details. They are like your workings. So in order for readers to understand, you must reference them. Note 1 is for income. You go to the note and then you saw the breakdown of the income. Note 16 is for PPE, property, plant, and equipment. Okay? So you go and reference it. You know, accountants are highly organized people. Okay? So we do the same thing here. We say workings. So what will be our reference? Our reference will be W3 and 4, isn't it? If my memory can serve me, working 3 and 4. So that if anybody looks at this, please take note of it. This is very, very important. If you don't reference this, somebody who is reading this or somebody who is marking this will just assume that you just calculated, you plug it. But once you say working, everybody knows in accounting, W stands for working. So W3, W4. So somebody will just turn to your working page and then make reference to them. And workings are very, 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 very important. Okay? So make your referencing properly. Right. So the first overhead is material receipts. We've calculated the how to call it? We've calculated the cost driver rate, which is $503.23 per badge. Okay. So in order for us to absorb it, what do? We take that rate and multiply by what? We take this rate, this is the per badge, we apply it, we multiply it by what? Simply, number of badges, number of actual badges. Okay, but we have to be careful here. These badges applies to the total sum, so we need to divide it by, the units so that we can arrive at our unit. For your information, this is our unit cost statement. Am I making sense? Am I making sense, class?
Yes, yes.
Okay, good. So we come here. What should we put here? Can someone give me what we should calculate here? I want you to understand, please. What should we calculate here? What we are calculating is the actual absorbed unit overhead costs relating to material receipts activity. Okay? So in order to calculate that, we have to use our rate. So we all agreed when we were doing overhead, when we were doing absorption costing, to absorb overhead, what do? What do we take? And multiply by what?
The OAR.
We take the OAR and we multiply by the
number of units.
The actual activity level. The actual activity level. Not the number of units, the actual activity level. Okay, the actual activity level. So the activity level here, or the cost driver here, in this question is what? It is the badges of material. Okay, number of badges. So if we have to apply, if we have to absorb material receipt costs here, so we take this unit cost Okay? This unit cost, we multiply it by our actual activity, okay, which is the number of badges for X, okay, but we need to divide that all by the quantity, which is 2,000. Okay, is that clear, everyone? Is that clear? Am I communicated?
Yes, you are communicating. So, Mr. Fofana.
Yes.
It's like the 2,000 is the per badge. Per badge, you want to know the number of units per badge.
Yes. In fact, the badge they are talking about is the 2,000 badge.
2,000 is the badge, or 2,000 is a combination of all the badges, of 10 badges.
No, for X, when we did the working, it says 503.23 per badge.
Yes.
Okay. So the badge is referring to is everything of each of the products. So this 2,000 is the badge. So in order to find, so this 503 represents the badge. But what are we interested in? We are not interested in the badge, but we are interested in the unit. So that's why we're going to divide it by 2,000. So we can find the unit.
Okay.
You got it? Okay, so let's do it. I think it will make more sense once we do the calculation. So we come here to the material receipts. Okay, so we say equals, we go to our workings. Okay, we take the cost driver rate, we multiply it by what? We multiply it by what?
10.
10, which is D19.
Yes.
And let's put everything in brackets because we're going to divide it by. Okay, somebody was talking about absolute. Okay, good. So we have to use our absolute cell reference in here. So which one is going to be absolute? Which one is going to be absolute? Which one is going to be fixed? Which one is going to be fixed? Is it not the E26? That's the rate. The rate is going to be fixed at least for that particular line. So we come here, we press F4. Okay, so we divide this whole thing by 2,000. We enter. Okay. Is that clear? So that gives us 2.52. Let's try to replicate and see whether it's going to work. Then we have 1.68 and 10.06. You see? So once you apply the formula correctly, you replicate, it works perfect. Do you want me to go over?
Yes, please. Once again.
Yes.
Yes, you can go over, but before you go over everything, why not we do them? We do after doing X, you do Y, and then you do Z also, one by one. So that we
One
can
by one.
understand more before you keep going over. Yes, before you keep going over and over, because they'll all be the same.
Yes. So you want to do them separately?
Yes, you do them separately, because if you do this one once, you replicate everything. Someone else will say go back. So how about if you do X, you do Y, do Z? Before you finish Z, maybe all of us will understand.
Will understand. Okay, makes sense. Makes sense. Okay. Right. So I will undo that. I will undo everything. I will do it in the Danso way. Yeah. So the first one. Can someone anybody who understands? Can you take me through, please? The first one. What should I do?
First one, yes. You will equals to.
Yeah, it's equal to. Oh my God.
Okay. Who wants to come? Yima or Is the two of you talking, Nima and Ibrahim? Who is gonna come first? Nima or is it Ibrahim who was talking? Chan?
No, it's me, but let me leave it to Nima to continue.
Yusufa. Okay, Nima, yes. Nima. Okay, we say equals.
It's equals to, you go to the working.
You go to the working. Excellent.
I'm just.
Are you seeing?
Yes.
Okay.
You say C26.
Is it C? Is it on C or on E? The cost driver rate is what you're going to use.
Yeah.
Driver rate
It's
is
E.
on column
E26.
E. Okay, E26.
Yes, E.
E26.
Multiply by.
Okay, before you go to multiply by, please take note, everybody, before you go to multiply by, let's understand the rationale. Okay, E26 is a rate which applies to all the products for material receipts. So we've calculated for X only, even though Danzo does not want me to do one and replicate, but then it's very good to know this. Okay, so we know E26 is going to be fixed irrespective of where you do the formula. So let's make it fixed here. So to make it fixed, what do we do, Nima?
F4.
So we press F4. Okay, excellent. So if you press F4, automatically $2 signs will be part of the formula. Okay, excellent. Okay, go ahead, Nima. Yes, next.
Yes, multiply by D19.
Multiplied by
D19.
What is D19?
Is the
okay, D19 exactly. D19 is the number of badges. That's the cost driver for X. Yes, excellent. D19.
You divide it by.
Okay, but before we divide, let's obey board mass. Yeah.
Yeah, you close the bracket.
We open. We have not opened yet. So let's open and close the bracket. So we open and we close the bracket to be on a safe side, to obey our board mass. Okay, and we say divided by.
Yeah, I think that one is under the answer, the 2000. I don't know which column is it.
No, it's here. It's here on top.
Yeah.
It's on C4. Yeah. So divide by C4, we enter. Okay, so we have our 252. Okay, so that's how we're going to do it for the second one also, so that to make people understand. Okay, but then we are going to delete that one and we're only going to use this one and replicate. So the second one for Y, can someone take me through again this time around? Yusufa, you want to come? You want to come now?
Yes, for Y, you already calculated for X. So you already format it and you already lock it, the one which should be constant. So you just click on X, the C17 and just drag it.
No, but Danso does not want me to do that. He wants me to start all over again so that people can understand. We're going to do that again. What you have said is right. Yeah. Because once you drag, it's going to give you the correct thing because we have already locked. That's correct. But let's do it as if we are starting afresh for Y.
Okay, let's start then.
Okay, let me do this one.
Okay, yes.
You go to the workings.
That's okay. So we go to but before we go to the working, you have not started the formula yet, have you?
Equals, yes.
So we say equals. We click on the workings. You click on workings, okay.
Yes, you go to E27, I think.
E26. We are not changed. We are still on material receipt. We have not gone to power yet.
Okay, E26.
Uh-huh.
You will make it fix. You click F4. F4, I think.
F4, yes, I click F4. Uh-huh.
And if you do, I think E will be sandwiched between $2 signs.
Yes, this has been done.
And then you multiply by this.
We multiply by, okay, it's on top here. It's here. We multiply it by D10, yeah?
That is.
We multiply by D10. Sorry, D19. So we sandwich them in a bracket. I like your sandwiching.
You put them in a bracket, yes.
We sandwich them in a bracket.
And then you multiply by the units.
Should we multiply?
Sorry, you divide by the units. Divide by
the units. Okay. And the units are on top here. We click on the units and we enter. Oh, I'm so happy. These formulas are complex, but the way you're doing it is fine. I have the same answer. What went wrong?
Mr. Komala, multiply by 5, not 10.
It's
Yes.
by 5.
Why?
Multiply by 5.
Yeah.
Okay.
Multiply by 5 and divided by.
You multiply by 5 and divide by 1005. Yeah.
Okay. So that should have been 20, and then this should have been 5. Is that correct? No. So we have taken this, which is E26. Okay, E26 multiplied by what's the workings? Multiplied by, it should be E19, yeah?
E19,
it should be
yes.
E19, yeah? It should be E19. Okay, so we change it to E19. We can edit it from here. That's faster. Okay, E19, and then divided by what?
Divided by 1005, I think. I don't know where 1005 is.
Divided by 1005 is here. D4.
D4.
Okay, divided by D4. Divided by D4, we enter, so it's correct now. Okay? Because we were using the parameters for X instead of using the parameters for Y. Okay? So I think that consolidates people's understanding. Actually, if you find it difficult, maybe if you go over the video, you'll be able to understand it more, slowly. You repeat the areas that you think are not, you're not understanding. You can always do it many times. Okay, so we're going to delete that. Since we have the first one and we have locked, we're going to duplicate. That's faster. Okay, are you happy now, done so?
Yeah, I'm happy. Yeah.
Okay. Good. So now we do the same thing for the power. Okay, the power is the next one, E27. So let's see if we can copy this formula. E27. So we can see if we can edit this. Okay. We try to do a shortcut. No, let's don't do a shortcut, but let's do a full-blown one. Okay, so for the power, who can help me with the formula? Let me take someone's completely. Sabali, Umar, your mic is on. Umar, can you take us through, please? Umar, yes, Sabali.
Okay. Equals to. Go to the workings.
Go to the workings.
Okay. E27.
E27.
Multiply by.
Before I go to multiply by, what do I do with E27?
You are going to make it fixed by pressing F4.
Or make it fixed by pressing F4. Excellent.
You go to multiplied by.
Multiplied by.
D20.
Multiplied by D20.
Divided by.
Hey. You know, there's a proverb that we used to say during our childhood. They said one day there was a mad guy in a village. So one day people were looking for the moon for the Ramadan, and you know, everybody was struggling. They couldn't see the moon, so the mad guy saw the moon, and everybody was laughing. Oh, yeah, I can't sign. Oh, no more can. And just within seconds, he said, "Do fanafele." He said, "There's another one. There's another one." So you see 2-3 moons at the same time. So they all rose and say, "Oh, come on, we have to put him back on me." So the same thing, because we have applied the divided by on the previous one, so you're doing the same thing. They are different. I told you from the start that the per bag refers to the quantity, and then as such we have to express it into its unit. But this, for the power and the material handling, they're already into their units. That's why we multiplied them by their units. Is that clear?
Yeah.
Is that clear?
Yeah.
So the rest are easier. So we just multiply, finish. Okay? And then we replicate. You know how to do these things. It's so easy, so easy. So for material handling, by the way, that story happened in Yomi, not in Jara, actually.
It's in Jara. It never happened in Yomi.
Oh, Usman, it happened in Yomi. Okay, so let's go. He's not talking. All right, I'm just choosing.
Sorry, sir. Sorry, what did we multiply it with?
Yeah, so what we did is just like when we are doing our absorption costing, we take the OAR and we multiply by the actual activity level. So we take the rate, which is this, that's 1.08 per power drill. We multiply by the actual number of power drills, which is 6 for X. Is that clear?
Thank you.
Good. Right. So I want to catch those who have not spoken. Mariatu Fainke. Mariatu, are you with us? Mariatu Fainke? Mariatu? Mohammed Sow? So, are you with us? I want to make sure I carry everybody along. Are you with us, Mohammed Sow?
Yes, Mr. I am.
Okay, if you are with us, can you give us the calculation for the last one, the last overheads, material handling?
Yeah, I'm material, like you said. It's just like, you work, we are just from working, and that is the power. So we say equals to? We go to the workings. Yeah, and then the unit, that is the meter, per meter square.
That's the 0.7 per square meter, yes. So I just click on that. That is E8.
That is E20.
Okay, and what do I do to that?
Then multiply.
What do I do to E28? I just leave it like that?
Yeah, I mean, you multiply it by.
No, before I multiply, what do I do to it?
You make it fixed by pressing F4.
I lock it. I make it fixed by pressing F4. Excellent. And
then multiply it by.
Multiplied by what? What's the how to call it, the cost driver for material handling? Material quantity in square meter. So multiply by 4, isn't it? Multiplied by D22. Is that clear?
Yeah. Yes.
So multiply by D22. Then
Yeah.
I just enter.
Yes. Yes.
And then I get easy peasy.
Replicate it.
Okay. So now we've got everything, mashallah. Now we need to do our additions. Total unit cost. We calculate our total unit costs. Okay. We calculate our total unit costs. Who is going to help us do that? Just wait. I have to choose someone. Right. Mari Jan. Mari, are you with us? Mari? Mari, are you with us? Is Mari with us? Musa Trawale. Musa, can you help us?
Yes.
Yes, go ahead, Musa. How should we calculate the total unit cost?
Equals to.
We say equals.
Then C15, or you click on at the prime cost.
Hey, without saying anything to the computer, if you say equals is just the beginning of the formula. You have to put a function there, mate. So when you
bracket open.
Okay, now what I want you to calculate it using an Autosum function. Okay, this is the Autosum, the Sigma. I showed you how to do that as well. That's faster.
No, I don't understand that method.
Okay, fine. Okay, tell me the method you understand. Okay, equals sum. Bracket opens.
Yeah, so you click on the prime cost, C15.
C15.
So you drag it down to
C19.
Yeah, C19.
Close the bracket, we enter. Okay, this is fine, but it's longer. If you're going to how to call it, add numbers that are following each other, that are consecutive, you just click on where you want to add them. As you can see, this is the destination where we want the addition to come. We just click on there, and then we just come here. You know, see this Sigma sign, the function. Once you click it open, the first one is the sum. Okay, once you click that, it's going to bring the function, and it will say open bracket, bracket closes. And now you are left with what? You have to select the area you want to add, you want to sum up. So we start from C15 all the way down to C19. And we don't have to close any bracket because the bracket has been opened and closed for us. Then once we highlight everything, we just press enter, and then we replicate.
Sorry, does this work both horizontally and vertically?
Yeah, actually, once you do one, you just have to replicate horizontally. Yeah, you do one, you just replicate it horizontally. You don't have to do the same thing for the others. No. Okay, so this is the unit cost for using the ABC. So I just click on this. I just take the how to call it, the the formatting do apply it here. Yeah. Any questions? Is it clear, everyone?
Hello, Mr. Hoffman.